So are you, like, concerned at all about the news or potentially what could happen here? What now? What? What did I not hear about this time? Joey, he has his appeal date coming up. And honestly, like, I'm stressing about it because I could focus on me and Jacob without having to worry about him showing up at my house or stalking me or something, which I don't think he will do. I think he's too butthurt that I broke up with him, and I think he's over me, I do, but the fact that he's going to be out there roaming, I mean, potentially his appeal could not go through, but I don't know. I'm stressing it, so I'm just... I relate to you in some ways. I was wondering if you are feeling the heat now that he could be getting out. I did hear about that. I tend to, like, when it comes to Joey, nowadays, I don't retain most of the information when it comes to him. But I'm not worried because I have a good support system now. I somehow have, like, a lot of friends, and even you. And also, the biggest element to him when it comes to, like, our kids and how he behaves and where his confidence comes from in terms of, like, the custody stuff, it's always been his mom. I feel like she's always been in his ear. She's always been like a coach. And I don't mean to sound like manipulative and conniving, but I have his mom on my side. And technically, like, she's seeing her kids. She has everything she wants. Does that make sense? She's not gonna, like, tolerate his behavior if he even behaves in a certain way. This is very true. I know you don't do this on purpose, but you've played a good game of chess. You know, in terms of, like, you have Joey's mom. And you have given his mom everything that she wants. And this kind of happened before a little bit, in the way that, like, she didn't want to give up what she had. And I think now more than ever, she's not going to want to give up her visitation rights. So if Joey gets in the way at all with that, she's going to side with you. You really kept your quote-unquote enemy in the pocket here. I swear, though, I didn't do it on purpose. Maybe I'm just, like, subconsciously playing chess a lot of the time, but I didn't sit down and have this, like, peace treaty with her to have her on my side. I did it just to make my life a little bit easier and to give people a chance and wipe the slate clean with things, you know? Yeah, that's what I like about you. It's that you are clever and smart a lot of the times without even, like, trying to be conniving and stuff like that, which I think most people in our lives, that's their first goal. I just don't want Joey to bother what I have with Jacob, because aside from, like, the whole stay-at-home dad thing, which I think he's flexible on, I don't think he's considered what that, like, entails in the future. Not that I'm focusing on that at all, but that's, like, his one thing that I didn't like. That was it. Other than that, like, he is perfect for me. He is that dream boy that I've always wanted, that stupid, stereotypical love story out of a Disney movie. That's what I want. I have him, and now, like, I have Gascon. I can't. I'm not that big of a Disney girl. The big brute from Beauty and the Beast. I have him now. Gonna possibly be walking the streets. It's Gaston, if I'm correct. Gaston. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Whatever the character's name is. You know, like, I don't know how to reconcile that. Am I supposed to get a restraining order against Joey right off the bat? And then, like, what if it's just one of these things where, like, my arc in life, it's just him stalking me for years and years and years, and it's so repetitive. And then what if, like, I have kids and then he's stalking me while I have kids? Like, you know how our lives are, where it's just, like, the same thing over and over and over. I don't want to get stuck in that loop, you know? I don't think you have to worry too much about that. I mean, it's Joey, so please don't take my word, you know, as gold, but in terms of, like, leaving Serafina Town and stuff, your boyfriend seems like the type of person who would go move to Hawaii on a whim. And I can assure you, unless Joey really becomes a maniac, worse than he is in the past, I can't see him taking a flight to Hawaii to stalk you. So, thinking like that in absurd terms oftentimes helps me. I always tell myself I could just go back to Florida or move somewhere else. And that helps when it comes to this stuff. This is true, but yeah, so you're not like worried at all? Because let me just give you a little bit of a warning here. I know how Joey is right now, and when he went into jail, he was on his game. He really was. I'm not blowing smoke up your butt with Junior. He really was a good dad, and he was covering everything and putting that before our relationship. And at work, I saw him a few times. He's a different guy. He's very social, he's not inappropriate, he's very work-oriented. He's so strategic when he's sober. Sober Joey is okay. He's still a piece of ass, but I just feel like this time around, if he does get out of jail, you're not going to know if he's fighting for custody. You're not going to know what he's doing. And just keep an eye out for that, because if he does win the appeal, he's going to want his son, and it's not going to be emotional Joey that is clouded by drinking. It's going to be the Joey that wants to win and be successful at this. And I don't know if you've ever dealt with that version of him.
Alright, I appreciate you letting me babysit. I know your dad had things to do and stuff. And, how'd you see everything went well? Junior, though, kept pushing, really straining, and I don't feel comfortable giving him like Miralax and stuff. So I took him to CVS with Charlotte, and his security came, don't worry. I bought Zarbee's. I don't know if you've ever heard of Zarbee's, but it's more like kind of organic. It's not as medicinal as other. It helped. He pooped. So if he continues to go today, that's why.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. You have way more notes than my dad.
Alright, also, oh yeah, it's no problem. Charlotte has a little bit of the sniffles. I didn't give her any medicine or anything like that, but you can tell something's developing there. So there was a cheap humidifier in CVS. I bought that. It seems to be helping a little bit, but the way she's sleeping now, she's so like lethargic. And when I put the dancing fruit on the TV, she wasn't really into it. She just wanted to sleep. So she also didn't drink too much of her bottle. She drank enough of her bottle, but not like as much as she would. So I gave her the humidifier, and I think it's working, but just keep a lookout, you know, if she develops something. Sorry, I have a million things running through my head.
Brian, wow. I think you might have missed your calling to be a nanny instead of a mechanic. Thank you for being so diligent and thorough.
Last thing, not to cut you off, I'm not trying to be rude. Junior did exhibit, how do I put this? He was more interested in like the potty. I had to go to the bathroom. He didn't come in or anything like that, but once I was done, he was observing the toilet, stood there a bit, and he said something to me. But it looks like he might be on the verge of potty training shortly. I know it's been bothering you that he's so, not old, but at his age, you know, his delays kind of inhibit him from doing what you want him to do, but I think he's going to get there. You just got to give him some time. I don't think he's got like huge issues. Not that it's, you know, my opinion matters. I just think he does things on his own terms, you know, and no one was potty training him when he was going through what he was going through with that scandal and all that.
And well, the last person that he was with before me was Joey. So I guess Joey just didn't think, you know, pull-ups at his age is an issue. So.
Oh, damn. I didn't mean to imply that Joey should have been potty training him. That's not what I meant. I'm sure Joey was just happy to have him. And no, that was me. That was me. I
I didn't take it from you that way. Please don't think you came off that way either. I know you're not trying to put him down. I know you're not on anyone's side, but I have a little bitterness, I guess. It's just, I get angry. I get angry that he was hidden from me by a stranger, and then that stranger chose to give him to Joey. And I just feel like with his developmental issues, there was so much time lost. So many things that could have helped Junior, and things I could have worked on with him. And this is so stupid because I'm just happy he's alive too. So I shouldn't dwell on what I can't change in the past as someone who's trying to move on from the past in every single way. But it just pisses me off that he missed so much developmental time.
Yeah, because I'm not trying to put him down. You know, that's not what I'm here for. I'm grateful that you let me babysit, and I hope it doesn't offend him in any way. Just trying to take care of my niece and nephew. So I hope I did that today.
You did. You were really great today, Brian. I need you to know that. I need you to leave this house knowing that you are a very competent person when it comes to watching children. So don't ever doubt yourself in that way. We all make mistakes and we all suck sometimes at being a parental figure, but you did great.
Thank you. Well, if you don't need me, I'm gonna get going now. I'll say goodbye to Junior. I'm pretty sure Charlotte's still asleep. If she wakes up cranky, you know why.
What happened with Cassandra? If you don't mind me asking, did you guys get back together?
I wanted to get back with her, and I apologized. But it doesn't seem like that's in the cards for her. She says she likes that I'm infertile. That was a selling point on why she was with me. So maybe the fact that I was able to send my swimmers out there, that rubbed her the wrong way. I don't know. I know I was messed up in how I reacted to her medical problem. And that, if she doesn't want to forgive me for that, I can't resent her for that. So, we're not together. I don't think we're getting back together. And that's that. So, I'm focusing on me.
Sorry for bringing it up. It's stupid. When I'm not working or being a parent, I get curious about things. I guess I go down rabbit holes. You should see my rabbit hole on Taylor Swift the other night. Watched a whole documentary when I should have been sleeping. And then the next day I was tired because of how much I know now about Taylor Swift as a person. This is conversation that's probably better for Melissa.
Hey, it's not your fault. Just glad you and I can remain friends. It's nice. It coming here, looking after Junior and looking after Charlotte for a bit, it takes my mind off of a lot of things, and it gives me that purpose. I work all day on cars, even though I own the shops and stuff. And my mind races when I'm working, just about everything in life. But when I'm talking to Junior about his Spider-Man show, I'm not thinking about nothing. So, it's a good learning experience today.
Brian, you should also take with you today, leaving here, that I think you were meant to have children. You're a good parental figure. And I know we had our ups and downs when we were together, and we kind of got obsessed with Charlotte and really drained one another, but you are good at taking care of kids. At least in my eyes. I trust you.
Maybe I was meant to be an uncle. I don't think God wanted me to have kids, for whatever reason. It's not my place. Just like he didn't want me to have parents. Damn, that got dark. Sorry. I'm gonna go, so I don't leave with this stuff.
"5 days, Ma. Look. I cracked a smile in this freaking hellhole. 5 days, Ma. I'm trying my best not to get my hopes up with this appeal. Like, I'm trying to like level myself, but man, I want out. I think we're gonna get it. I'm positive too. I am. This is the first time I'm feeling rather excited about you getting out of jail. And I think your lawyer can do this. I have faith in him now. Yeah, I think he's gonna come through with this. I do. Cause the basis that I got locked up on, like, it should have gone before a jury or something. The fact that, like, yeah, I hit my kid, but I was taking care of him. It was like I was hiding him out of love. It's not like I ran someone over. It's not like I was peddling drugs. It's not like I robbed the place. No, I get what I did was like mentally malicious to my family, but it wasn't physically malicious. You know, I'm not a harm to society. I was taking care of my son in the best of ways, you know? You know how much like time I put in trying to like potty train this kid? I bought several books. I was watching YouTube videos. I was doing the little timer thing with him. The treat thing where like I tried to give him a Hershey kiss every time he sat on the toilet and did something, and he did it a few times and then just lost interest. Like, I was doing so good with this kid, man. And I get locked up for a year because I spoke back to a judge. I need to watch my mouth in here. No, but don't worry. Don't let an ounce of negativity crawl into you. All right? I do have positive vibes going into this, so let's just keep it that way. Ma, the next 5 days, I really want to make the most of it while I'm in here. I don't want to waste any time just sitting around worrying about the appeal process. I want to talk to my lawyer about fighting for custody while I'm in here. I want him to start. He can do it on my behalf. I want him to start the process of getting Junior for me. Okay, I want him full time. I'm not gonna be shy about that. I'm not gonna be emotional about that. As a father, I want him full time. So keep that between you and me. All right. Do not tell a single soul, not even your friend Kristen. I just want to tell you because you're my mom, and I'm doing this in a very professional, level-headed way. I just want custody of my son, and I'm not gonna let it get dirty. I'm just gonna handle my paperwork. She'll get her summons, this and that, and that's that. Joey, I don't think this is the way to do it. You know, I'm seeing my grandchildren now. So if I'm able to see them, there has to be another way to go about this than just, I don't know, going for the kill like that. There's no other way, Ma. There's no other way, so I'm just gonna do it by the book. Just fair, where no one can say anything about how I'm doing it. I'm just gonna fight fair and see what I get. There is no other way because she doesn't even take calls from people. Look at the way she treats her mom. She don't even like respond to her mother. Is she gonna respond to me about this stuff? No. So I don't know. Miranda let me though. Can we look at it that way? She is on this path of forgiveness where she's trying to forget everything that's ever happened and just start fresh with people. And it's worked with me. Yes, there are moments where I want to punch her in the face for how it's just such a micromanager with her kids. Like, come on, we're all human, we're all family, just relax with your little whatever. But I don't. And she's given me that path of redemption, and I think I'm doing well with it. And she's given you chance after chance after chance, and you two were both dating not too long ago. So instead of going straight for the kill in terms of silently trying to get custody, even though she did that with Charlotte and she has full legal custody of her behind your back, I get that. Doesn't have to be an eye for an eye. Yeah, and that's the thing, Ma. That's all well and good, but please don't let that cloud your judgment Because remember, at the end of the day, Ma, when she wants to say you can't see them anymore, legally she can. You are on borrowed time with these kids. You have to walk on eggshells with these kids. That's not how any visitation custody situation should be. I want this to be nice, clean, and easy. Not a long, drawn out nothing. I just want, here's your summons, we'll show up on this date, here's the decision, give me my son, and then look at it this way, Mom. Would you feel more comfortable seeing Junior with her and knowing that she could at any minute be pissed off that your hair color is a certain way? Or would you be more comfortable with your son who has legal custody and can let you see him whenever you want? Let's be real, Joey. You can pull the wool out from under me, the rug out from under me, just like she can. No matter who I see my grandkids with, everyone always has more power than I do. You too. But I want it. I've never personally held, maybe out of anger, for like 2 seconds. But let's not worry about the past. Forget about what I've ever done. It's what I'm gonna do in the future. That's what you have to worry about. All right, let's do it the way Miranda's doing things. Look, my legs are in a lot of pain. I'm on a lot of medication that I want to not be on when I get out of here. I'm grateful that my arm's not broken. I'm grateful that I'm not infected again. You see the way I'm talking? I'm talking as if I'm not in pain because I'm excited. There's a possible light at the end of the tunnel with my son. And I promise you, you can either be comfortable and allow Miranda to give you crumbs, custody visitation rights crumbs, whenever she feels like it, or you can just silently support me and know that one day, hey Ma, it's Tuesday, come see Junior. Hey Ma, it's Thursday, what are you doing right now? Come play with Junior. Hey Ma, it's Christmas, do you want to see Junior on Christmas and Christmas Eve? You want to open gifts with him? Stay at my house. That could be it. That could be it. We can just have a nice life where there's nothing, there's no drama. Today's episode, Joey and his mom, sit down and open gifts with Junior. That's it. Look what he got. Bat wheels. Spidey and his friends,